What's going on, guys? Welcome to the basement. So today we're gonna check out a really awesome horror story about witches and weird forest creatures in a cursed place called Harrow County. Stay tuned. We have an awesome horror series here, written by Colin Bunn, art by Tyler Crook, published by Dark Horse Comics. This series has a total of 32 issues, 16 issues each per omnibus. They retail for about $30 US each. If you have the library hardcover editions of this series, I am really jealous of you because that is easily the best way to read this series. Those, of course, are out of print, and thankfully we did get this released in this format, but an oversized version would definitely be better because not only is this a really good story all the way through, what really grabbed my attention is the art and coloring of this series. I absolutely loved it. Everything looks hand-painted, for God's sakes, and every issue pretty much starts off with a splash page, a 2-page combined image. So glad I picked this up. So what is this story about without giving too much away, of course? It takes place in a place called Harrow County. It starts off with the townfolk putting an evil witch to death named Hester Beck. They hang her from a tree and set her on fire. 18 years later, after such events, comes our main character, Emmy, who the townfolk believe may have been reincarnated as the evil witch and possess her powers. We have such great supporting characters and villains in this story, including Emmy's friend Bernice, Emmy's father, and other strange forest creatures and witch doctors. The entire county itself has such a rich backstory concerning this witch, which you get to learn of little by little with each passing issue. Now, the story is non-linear, jumping back and forth from past to present at times. One of the best supporting characters we have is Emmy's familiar, who is a skinless boy whose skin she keeps in her purse that helps her out along the way. I gotta say, I was pretty hooked right away from the first issue. There are some stand-in artists that take over for a handful of issues that kind of disturb the art style that Tyler Crook started with. I didn't care for the disruption, but thankfully it didn't happen often. If you're into the horror genre, witches, strange creatures, occult storytelling, magic, definitely give this book a try. I could not be more happy with it. I'm just upset it only lasted 32 issues. Very quick read through as well. It only took me a few days to get through, but it definitely does have a nice balance of dialogue and art. There are elements of this story and characters that kind of reminded me of the Sandman series and the Lucifer series. If you've read those, you'll have to figure out what I'm talking about. But until next time, I hope you had a good time. I hope you check this book out. I think it's definitely worth it. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're into this content, and we'll see you next time. Take care.